just to reiterate, Andrew Michael here. The date is the 1st of March. For anybody that's watching this, make sure to say rabbit 3 times for good luck. I did it this morning myself. But Andrew Michael here. We're going to get the live stream started. If you guys have any weather questions, I know we have the big weather system on the way for tomorrow and also for Monday. If you guys have any weather questions, go ahead and post those down below, and we will answer those. I'm going to try to see if I can get this tilted just a little bit differently so that way you guys aren't staring directly into all those lights. I don't know if I can really avoid it, though. So if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to post those in the social stream chat on the side, or if you guys are using Twitter, Andrew WSYX6 is the easiest way to get a hold of me, and you guys can just tweet me your questions, and I can answer those as we go. So I'm going to post the picture real quick and get this started off. So let me save this real quick. File, save. Cancel photo. All right, so let me post this link real quick, and then we will get this going. Again, if you guys have any questions, post those in the social stream, and we will get this thing up and running. So again, thanks for everyone stopping by so far. Andrew Michael here in the First Warning Weather Center. And can't hear you. Someone's saying they cannot hear me. Let me pull this up and make sure I can hear myself real quick. Get the audio feed. I am showing that it's feeding audio. So Dylan just tweeted me saying that he can't hear me. So let me know if you guys have an issue trying to hear me. So that way I actually know if there's an issue or not. So. Share. Copy, share photo. We're going to do one more over on the Fox page real quick. I need to share this over there. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to post those on the social stream, and I will answer those, and we're going to get this thing started off as soon as I share this one last thing. All right, boom, we're good to go. All right, so let's check out, see what's going on in the social stream real quick, the chat, what's coming in. Are you still predicting 4 to 8 inches of snow? Susan, I am actually predicting, depends on where you live, I'm calling for 2 to 4 inches of snow for the Columbus metro area. To the north, I'm calling for 2 to 5 inches of snow, and then to the south, some ice, looking at about 1/10 of an inch of ice for the southern counties, along with about 5 to 8 inches of snow, and that's if you live in southern Ohio. 5 to 8 inches of snow with that ice, even some spots seeing a little bit more than that. Daniel, realistic snowfall totals north of I-70. Hi, Eric. Depends on how far north you live of I-70. If you live about between less than 40 miles from I-70, you're probably going to be seeing about 4 to 7 inches of snow. If you live further north than that, so let's say you live all the way up in northern Union County, Marion, Crawford, Hardin counties, Morrow, Knox County, you're more than likely going to be seeing about 2 to 5 inches of snow by Monday morning with this system. So, again, if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to throw those up there, and I will be more than happy to answer your guys' questions. All right, so let's see what else we have on here going. All righty. See what else is going on. All right, so the social stream. How about Pickerington? Pickerington calling for 4 to 7 inches, but you may be a little bit closer to the higher end of that spectrum. So about 4 to 7 inches for the Pickerington area. Eric's question, will Bill be in tomorrow night? He will be in. Bill Kelly and myself will both be here tomorrow night. And then I will be sticking around for the overnight hours Monday night into early Sunday morning. We'll be doing, or I'm sorry, Sunday night into Monday morning. I'll be doing some reporting outside the station here. Then I'll also be doing some live reports from the social media center for tomorrow night and into early Tuesday morning or early Monday morning. Get my days backwards. I need some coffee. All right, so let's see what else we have going on here. All right, checking to see if there's any questions coming in on Twitter right now. I love Bill. Yeah, Dylan's saying that he loves Bill, that we are kind of funny together. Bill and I, we're actually doing a talk at the Severe Weather Symposium together, coming up in, that would be in March 20th, I believe, is when we're talking together at the Severe Weather Symposium. All right, seeing if there's any other weather questions coming in on Facebook right now. Let me refresh my Facebook page and I'll check out Ustream. Is it still predicting to start at midnight or 1 a.m. from Val? Yeah, taking a look at the latest radar, and what I can do is I can bring you guys over here to the weather computer real quick just to show you. And let me refresh our copy, paste. I want to get the latest Futurecast model in because they take a little bit of time to load. And will be updated then. Alright, so let me bring you guys over here. I'm trying to see if I have something that I can set you guys up on so you guys can see the weather computer a little bit better. Let's go. Let's travel. Let's fly. Oh, shoot. Let's go here. Let's tilt this here so that way you guys are not getting the glare as much. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. Alright, so let me tilt this up just a tick more. Bring it in a little bit closer. Very bright. How about there? Maybe that's a little bit better. I'm going to hold it. It'll kind of flicker a little bit or bounce. But there you can see the snow slowly moving its way into northern Ohio right now up by Toledo. And if we do like a tighter zoom, you can see, if you see my mouse up here, there's a little bit way up here by Toledo. And it's just starting to move in. So it's on its way. It's not here just yet, but here's the latest Futurecast. And this is still loading, so it might not. It's pretty loaded there. So there's 11 p.m. showing some snow, mainly north of I-70 by 1:30 tonight. That's the pause point there. By tomorrow morning, looks like a nice little round of snow. Let me just go in here and manually do this. So this is what it's showing now. You can see a nice little round of snow in that wintry mix. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and it's keeping a lot of that ice down in Ross, Athens, and Pike County. As this goes forward through time tomorrow, keeping a lot of snow to the south. Wow, this is really cutting back on our snowfall totals. Matter of fact, let's go and throw in buck scenes. I have a snowfall graph or snowfall map that will be just for that. So let me throw that in. So let's see, RPM snow totals. By Monday at 6 p.m., this is what it is showing. Wow. I don't know if you guys can see those numbers. That cut back dramatically how much snow we can expect to see. So this system is definitely taking a very quick shift to the south. So I think that, if anybody's been checking my blog, let me get this set back up. This thing is so hard to work sometimes, but yet so easy. All right, so I'm going to get you guys set back up here. So for anybody that checks my blog out, stuckinthebucketsphere.com, I've been mentioning for quite a while that this storm system is continuing to shift further down to the south, and that's exactly what we were seeing right there, that we're still seeing that slow and gradual shift further and further to the south. Someone asking, so yeah, as far as it's starting by midnight or 1 a.m., if you live in the northern counties, it's going to start before midnight. For us here in the metro area, it's going to be very light tonight, what we see, but us here in the metro area, it's really not going to start until after midnight tonight. Fairly new to Ohio, is Chillicothe central or southern? How much snow are we looking to get here? For Bill Brackett, as you saw there, that latest model, Futurecast, is only showing you guys to get about 3 inches. I'm calling for 5 to 8 inches for you guys down to the south. But if you see a lot of ice instead, it's going to cut down on your snowfall totals. So I'm almost thinking that my snowfall totals are going a little bit high than what we may actually see. So where I'm calling for 2 to 5 inches, 2 inches might be a little better odds. 4 to 7, 4 inches might be a little better odds. So, hey Pedro, when is the last time winter was this long? From Daniel. Keep in mind, spring technically does not start until 19 days from now. So we're still technically in winter. I know it seems like this winter's been a lot harsher, and it actually has. We've only had, I think, maybe one short spell where it got up relatively warm. Most of this winter has been very cold. But as far as winter lasting this long, I mean, I expect to see this snow system that we're getting right now. I do not think this will be our last snow. I think we'll have another decent snowfall coming down the pipe. So, yeah. Val saying woohoo, less for Yankister. Jared saying 6 inches of snow. It's the end of the world. Everyone into their palm shelters. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, 6 inches of snow. I mean, that'll shut down the city for a couple of hours at least while they try to get things cleared up. Is the Columbus area going to get much sleet or ice from Sherry Thomas? Not really a lot of sleet or ice. Most of the sleet or ice will be staying further down in southern Ohio. So Ross, Pike, Athens County, southern Fayette, southern Hocking counties is where we're going to see a lot more of the ice. All right, let me check out Facebook again, see what's going on there. Tim saying hi on there. Let's see. It looks like we have a question coming in on the ABC6 page. So let's see what the question is. Question coming in. Do you think the storm will shift from Anthony Siders? We're already starting to see a little bit of a shift in the storm. It's slowly starting to shift more and more to the south. So keeping a very close eye on it for sure over the next 24 hours. And it's been slowly transitioning south. It was shifted south yesterday. And even today's totals, I'm leaning towards the fact that these might be a little bit high for us. So let me zoom in. I want to look at the latest forecast model real quick that came in while I was gone on my dinner break. Snow accumulation total forecast hour, NAM, GFS, same thing, boom, boom. So this looks like it's calling for, 18Z. Oh, that's the 0. So yeah, that's right. Let's go back to the NAM. And bump this up one more. There we go. All right, so that's not even in yet. I'm looking to see what this is showing. So I can show you what these forecast models are showing for us. Shows most of this melting by the time we get to next Saturday, which is nice. All right, so I'll show you guys the latest forecast models. So here we go. Let me flip this around so that way you guys can see this. All right, so the red down here is where we've got, and what I want to do real quick is I want to pop this out to move to new window, and I'm going to take this and drag this over here so I can see exactly what you guys are seeing. All right, so here's what we've got here. So I'm going to adjust the focus a tad. There you go. So you can see what we're looking at is about 3 inches here to the north. This pocket of maroon is where we've got about 6 inches. So that's holding pretty steady to the forecast that we're calling for. One of the other forecast models here, I'll pop this up, very similar here. What we're looking at is this maroon down here is where we've got 6 inches. This darker color would be about 8. So this is still calling for 6 to 8 inches in southern Ohio. North, though, up here, you can see a lot less. We're looking at less than 3 inches for most of northern Ohio. So that's what we're keeping an eye on. That's the latest forecast model. Just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. So I'll flip this back around. Put you guys back up here real quick. Maybe if I put you guys like this. Is there less light there? Yeah, there's less light. You guys can see some of the people behind me now. All right, so let's see what else we have going on in here. What should the totals be around for Pataskala? We're calling for about 4 to 7 inches for anywhere within 40 miles of I-70. So if you live 40 miles to the north, 40 miles south, right now we're going with 4 to 7 inches. That may be a tad high. I think it might be a little closer to the 4 inches range rather than the 7. 7 inches is far southern Ohio. All right, so let's see here. Spending my Snow Titan time trying to put air hockey table together with the cat. Have fun with that, Arian. Hey, I just got here. When will the snow start? From Pedro. Snow will start tonight. Overnight tonight, it will be light. It will pick up in intensity as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So by tomorrow afternoon, we will see things pick up pretty significantly. All right, what other questions do we have coming in? Thanks for doing this with all of us. Not a problem there, Val. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You guys, tell some of your friends that I'm having this right now. Post on Facebook or Twitter that we're doing this, and I can try to get more people in here. Black screen, no sound from Randy Drury. Refresh it or drop the quality. All right, so let's see. Can you turn your volume up? from Dylan. Hopefully you guys, I can turn it up a little bit, but I'm afraid I might start peaking and getting too hot, too loud. I'm from Michigan. This is nothing from Aaron. Yeah, this is definitely not quite as much as what you guys can get up there sometimes. Franklin County, will there be ice or just snow? From Edward. For Franklin County, we're looking at primarily staying just all snow for this event. If we do get any bit of freezing rain, it will be very short-lived. Our temperatures are falling very, very fast tonight. As a matter of fact, the metro area, let me see what we are right now. Columbus Metro is 45. It is already 34 in Delaware. So it is 11 degrees colder just 30 minutes to the north. We're seeing that cold air really pushing in from the south. Pushing in from the north very, very quickly. Buy milk, buy bread, hurry, from Ken. Yeah, everyone's trying to make their jokes, but you know what? If you get stuck in the snow yourself, you won't be joking around too much. I know it's not a lot, but it's enough to definitely cause some problems out there on the roads for sure. Edward's saying, yep, just moved here from Tennessee, so nice to see you, Edward. Thanks for stopping by for the weather chat. All right, I'm going to check Facebook real quick, see if there are any new questions coming in on there. And don't see any new right now. Alright, don't see any new questions right there. I want to check this because I shared this. Positive weather news, it will warm up next week some, so that's good news. Alright, I want to see what questions we have on the ABC page. I posted how February turned out for us, where we had close to 10 inches more of snow than normal. We had temperatures almost 6 degrees colder than what they normally are. Let's see what are the questions we have. Did you send this data to Al Gore? I did not, from Brett. That's pretty funny. Does anyone know what we normally get in snowfall in Columbus? So I do know that answer for you. So if you guys are questioning, we normally get 27.6 inches of snow in Columbus. For this year, oh, and I didn't use this in the 6 o'clock newscast. I have to use this tonight. So this year, we have had 50.6 inches of snow in Columbus. That's number 3. We're tied for 3rd place for the snowiest winter ever. Number 2, actually, it would be number 4. The second most snowfall we've ever seen in a winter is 54.1 inches. So we are, what would that be, 3.5 inches away from becoming the second snowiest winter. So we need 3.5 inches of snow tomorrow to get to the second snowiest winter of all time. And the number 1 is 67.8. So you're looking at a big change. We would need a significant snowfall to get up to that. I think it would be really hard for us to get to the snowiest winter ever. Warming toward the end of the month. Yep, looks like we should be getting that. That's from Carol. All right, so let's see here. Let's go back and check out what we've got going on. All right. Ustream. What do we have? 35 people. Thanks for everyone stopping by. I normally do these chats every single Sunday night at 8:30, but with the weather on the way, just decided I would do this tonight. All right, so Val's saying, so you think another snow after this? How soon do you think that will happen? So the big question is, when will we see another big snowfall? From the looks of it right now, which I'm sure a lot of you are probably pretty excited to hear, I do not see another huge snowfall for a while. I think that we'll definitely be dealing with a lot of snow earlier this week, but most of the snow will be done and gone by the time we head into the work week. And looking at the long-range models, there'll be a couple of rounds of snow. One of the forecast models is actually hinting at next Sunday night as well, another snow system kind of trying to brew up just north of us. But there's definitely some potential snowfalls on the way. Even by the 17th of March, there's a snowfall. There's a big snow that looks to hit the plains, so that's a long ways out. Wouldn't put it up to it. I wouldn't hold my breath on it. You should do a poll from Pedro. All right, let's see. Anybody have a good poll question? You guys tell me what the poll question is, and I'll ask it here. So you guys can type in your questions there. Either tweet them to me at AndrewWSYX6, or you guys can just post them in the social stream, and I'll pick one of the best questions that I think would drum up the most response, and I will share that. Let me grab my phones. I hear tweets coming in. Dylan asking, how about Zanesville? Zanesville, we're calling for 4 to 7 inches. So again, if you live north or south of I-70 within, I would say 30, maybe 40 miles, calling for 4 to 7 inches. So since I-70 runs right through Zanesville, 4 to 7 for you. All right, so let's see here. Pull up the chat, see if there's any other good questions. How much snow for Guernsey County, Andrew? For Michael Upton, we're calling for 4 to 7 for you as well out there in Guernsey County. Thanks for stopping by, Michael. There is thunder snow. Could there ever be a snow nadir? No. Tornadoes normally they need very high instability. There could, but the chances of it happening are extremely, extremely small. When we had the severe weather just last week, there was no severe weather where there was snow on the ground because it needs warmer temperatures to be pulled into the storm. So very, very, very slim likelihood of a tornado when there is snow on the ground. Pedro, I think everyone's going to say, I'll ask that question. What are we looking for Bell Fountain? Bell Fountain, you are going to be up closer to the 2 to 5 inch range. So not nearly as much for you guys up to the far north there in Bell Fountain. Fredericktown EMS just started following me on Twitter. Give them a nice little follow back. If anybody's on Twitter and you guys, if I don't follow you guys yet, follow me on Twitter and I'll give you guys a follow back. Andrew WSYX6. Any chance of the models starting to shift further to the north by tonight? There is a chance for that there, Ryan, but I think that most of this snow will be staying further to the south. A lot of the models have been pretty persistent with all of this snow staying further to the south with this system. Upper Arlington, again, north or south of I-70 within about 20 or 30 to 40 miles. For you, that would be 4 to 7 inches, anywhere north or south of I-70 that time. All right, let's see what's going on here. Looks like we have Lyle Godric. Kyle? Goldrick? Yeah, again, if anybody's on Twitter, I'll give you guys a follow back. Just follow me, Andrew WSYX6. All right, so when do you think we'll start in Cambridge? For Cambridge, you'll probably start to see some by about 3 or 4 a.m. Again, anything tonight will be very light. Anything by tomorrow morning will be on the light side. There might be a dusting, maybe an inch or two, but the main moisture with this will not be arriving until we get to late tomorrow, until we get into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Again, most of that will be staying further down to the south. Phil Kelly just texted me and said, congrats on the new car. It looks great. I was going to call, but I know you're online chat right now. Saw your graphic. Looks good. I'll use it tomorrow. Probably comes in. I can probably come in some tomorrow night if necessary to help out. Text him back. Thanks. Still worried that my snowfall totals may be a bit high because the latest forecast models, especially looking at RPM, if you guys were watching the Futurecast model that I'm going to use later tonight, it's really cutting back on that. Sorry, I'm texting Phil Kelly back. I just wanted to tell him that the RPM model is only showing 1 to 3 inches right now, so it's backed off significantly. I'll send that over to Bill Kelly too. All right, so let's see here. What other questions do we have streaming in? All right, Devin, I think I answered that. What time will the snow start in Cambridge? About 3 or 4 a.m. for you, but it'll be really light by tomorrow morning. Thanks, you rock from Devin. You rock, Devin. Well, got to go, but thank you very much for what you do. Have a great night. No problem, Edward. Thanks for stopping by. Again, if anybody's watching this, I do this every single Sunday night at 8:30. Tomorrow night, it's going to be a busy night with all the snow moving through while we do this. I can't read what that name is. Ron N. Chris. Ronan Chris. For you, he's saying, what will the drive Monday morning be like? It's a good question. The winds will be very strong, so if you live in a rural area, you're going to have a lot of blowing and drifting snow. The winds will be coming out of the north at about 20 to 25 miles an hour, and when it gets above 12, 13, that's when you really start getting blowing and drifting snow. So the fact that it's going to be 20 miles per hour Monday morning, you're going to get a lot of blowing and drifting snow, so it's going to be pretty significant. Let's see here. Question coming in. But I think the Monday morning drive will be nasty. They'll have 6 hours. If the road crews get out there, and this, I can tell you what the roads will be like if they're untreated, but it depends on how well those road crews get out there and hammer out those roads. So as far as predicting what the morning drive will be like, if you're on a main highway where they're treating it constantly and they're plowing it constantly, should be just fine. But those side streets, if we get 4 to 7 inches of snow like I'm calling for the Columbus metro area, I think that you could easily be dealing with a very, very nasty commute. So since the model has dropped off, we don't need to worry. From Joshua, I wouldn't say that. Only this one model is what's starting to drop off. And I will say the last time we had a winter storm, the RPM handled it extremely well. But the other models are still showing that we're getting what I have on my snowfall map. So, are there going to be any snow rollers? There will not be any snow rollers. We need temperatures to get above freezing. We need the snow to get above freezing on the surface to get sticky, and it's not going to happen. Pedro, thank you for the like on the new car. Got a new car today, everyone. Will you be here early? Will you be on here earlier tomorrow night since the weather will be bad? I'll be on TV at 6 o'clock. We're going to keep the chat the exact same time. That way, for everyone that comes back on a weekly basis, they know that it starts at 8:30. It just seems to work out really well to starting these off at 8:30. How are the salt barns? Are they very full or empty? Most of them are. They're not full. Most of them are getting close to empty. So it just depends on which municipality you're checking into. Will there be much ice or mostly snow? From Susan. For that question, if you live south of Columbus, if you live in southern Ohio, you will be seeing some ice. Most of it will be staying further down to the south. Some places could see 1/10 of an inch, maybe 2/10 of an inch. And it really only takes about takes about that much to start getting some power outages because it falls on the power lines. All right, so let's see here. See if there's any other things coming in here. All right, what else is coming in on Facebook right now? Refresh that. Check out Twitter real quick. What do we have on Twitter right now? I'm chatting now. But you think my map is good for Dayton? That's Randy Drury. I wouldn't say it's bad. Randy, he just posted his own map there. I think that Southern Ohio will be seeing a little bit more than what you have there, because I think that temperatures are falling so quick. I think they're going to see a little bit less icing than what was predicted a day or two ago, but they'll still see some. But there's a lot of snow further to the south. So if I were you, I'd bump up the southern counties a little bit higher. Jordan saying, watching Andrew WSYX6 Ustream webcast before heading out for the night. I love technology. Thanks for watching, Jordan. Jordan, he interned under me when I was, or he job shadowed me back when I was this like 7 years ago when I was in Lima as a chief meteorologist. So pretty cool, Jordan. So thanks for stopping by. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. Check out the social stream. Actually, Facebook, I said I was going to check that real quick. Don't see any. There's one comment on the Fox page. Question on the Fox page. Cool. From Yandalu. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. All right, so let's see. What other questions do we have coming in here? What is the RPM? What is the RPM showing? The RPM for Ryan. The RPM, we just took a look at it. The RPM is showing about 1 to 3 inches. Where did I throw that? It's for anywhere. It's showing. No, I'll take that back. The RPM is showing between 1 to 3 for central and northern Ohio. If you live in southern Ohio, it's showing about 3 to 4. So not a lot. The RPM backed off a lot. But that's just one model. I'm not going with that yet, but it's hard not to because everything keeps trending lower and lower. One of the 12 inches, how did it move south of Knox? Pretty simple. So this storm system started off in the Pacific, and all it takes is just one tiny degree difference. So if you imagine, let's say you're bowling. We're looking at this storm about 24 hours out, so we're looking at this storm, and we got it nailed down pretty good. Think of it like bowling, because if you're a half of a lane's worth, if you can bowl a half a lane, you can hit a strike pretty well, but it still could go off a little bit, and you could get maybe 1 or 2 pins down. my analogy is, if you're forecasting for 2 days out, it's like a normal bowling alley. You can hit a strike. It's pretty doable. And then once we look at the storm, if it changes its degree just a hair, a little bit, one way or the other, that's how the storm system's changing. Because right now, the heart of the storm, I downloaded Ustream Producer to try to show you guys some graphics. The heart of this storm right now is centered in Colorado. So if this changes just a hair or two, that's what we're watching right now. And that's why the storm has shifted to the south, because it's a little further down to the south. All right, so Val's asking a question. Val's asking poll. Let's see. Let's think of a good question real quick for you guys. All right. Are you excited about the snow? And I'm typing the questions. Yes. If. Why not? Yes. Record. Nope. Not at all. We'll leave it at that. So we'll start polling that. So you guys can poll that, and I'll tell you guys the results as we get through that. All right, so let's see what other questions we have coming in right now in the chat. Is the poll live? Stop. Yeah, poll's live. All right, so let's see here in the chat. What other questions do we have coming in? Let me scroll down. I like the idea that you are trying to have real FaceTime with your audience. Thanks, Michael. I tried interacting with you guys. Try, talking with you guys, interacting. Hey, how will March be like from Pedro? We are looking at a lot. We are looking at a lot of snow to start off the month, but I think later in the month it's going to be a very slow climb to warmer temperatures. Randy's saying 5 to 8 inches, Dayton, Springfield, no ice. I think that's pretty good, Randy. I'm going with 4 to 7 personally. I think 4 to 7 along I-70. Very, very minimal ice. I think there's a chance when it initially pushes in, but I think we're going to be a little too cold. I think the chances for ice are very, very, very slim. Where's the storm coming from? I don't see it on the Ohio radar. From Becky, I just mentioned that. It's coming from Colorado right now. So this storm is just slowly moving in. We have a little snow. There's a front, and we've got a big push of moisture coming with that from the south. So that's where we're watching that. All right, so I texted Bill Kelly and I said, hey, RPM model is only showing 1 to 3 inches for us, and Bill Kelly's response is, aye. Who's ready for baseball? I'm ready for some baseball. Cool. So let's check out, see if there's anything else coming in on Instagram. When is it starting? From Tim. Tim, it is starting. It's going to start overnight tonight. We're going to see it slowly moving in overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. For the northern counties, for Marion County, Hardin County, Crawford County, they'll be seeing it probably before midnight tonight. For us here in the Columbus metro area, if you live within 30 minutes of Columbus, it'll probably start moving in by about, I would say about 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. But it'll be very light tonight. Bradley asking, could Hardin see power outages? Chances for power outages are very small. You'll be staying all snow off to the north, so most of the snow will be staying further down to the south. All right, here, 48, 2 to 4. Just checking out this forecast there. All right, so let's see here. All right, what other questions do we have coming in here? Nothing on Twitter right now. Let me refresh Facebook to see if anything's new coming in on there. Ustream, what kind of questions do we have? All right, do you personally think that Columbus metro area schools will be closed? That's a tough question, because if they had plenty of calamity days still, I would say, yeah, they will probably they'll probably be closed if they have plenty to use still, but they don't, because I don't think we've been approved for the 9 days yet. I know it was trying to go through the State House, but I don't think it's been approved yet. Maybe if it is. If it is, let me know. I haven't heard that it has been. But I think that chances for schools being closed Monday are pretty high. I think that schools, especially south of Columbus, where they're going to be seeing a little bit more snow than the rest of us. They'll at least be delayed. I think that they'll at least be delayed in the rural areas, but it's hard to say in the metro area. So, results from the poll. Are you excited about the snow? The number one vote is no, not at all. 6 votes. One person voted, eh. Then we had 5 votes, followed closely. Yes, if we are close to the record, let's go for it. And then there are 3 votes for yes, why not? So, thanks for everyone jumping on that poll. Might do another one here shortly. What do you think? That's a hard question, Val, because I have to type in what the responses are. So I can't really put that in there. I'm ready for baseball. My Cards to win the NLCS or NLC once again. Sorry, Reds Nation. Trying to put that in there. All right, let's see what else we have coming in. Any other good questions? Tim just tweeted me a question. Who is ready for summer over spring? Good question. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? All right, let's refresh this, see what else we have coming in. How much snow will Pickaway County get by Monday morning? From Jessica. We are expected to see, looks like we have no viewers, that's weird. Pickaway County is expected to see between about 4 to 7 inches of snow. Some of the models are continuing to push that snowfall total down, so I'm keeping a very close eye on it, but right now it's calling for 4 to 7 inches for the metro area and further to the south. Alright, so let's see here. We have a couple more minutes here, so if you guys have any other final questions, again, try to get those into me. Chat, let's see. We need to break that record from Kreider. I think a lot of people want to break that record if we're there. If we're close enough, we might as well, right? Alright, so I refresh Facebook, seeing if there's any other new questions coming in on there from Tim saying, hey. Alright, so let's go back here, back to the page. Twitter, see if there's anything come. How much snow from Tim? Just answer that, Tim. 4 to 7 inches for you in the metro area. Alright, so let's see here. Any other new questions coming in? Poll question. Do you think it will be a hot or cool summer? That's a good question. That is a great question. That's going to be our next poll real quick. So let's throw that in there. Poll. Create a new poll. Let's go. Hot. Cool. Alright, let's see what we have in here. So let's see a hot or cool summer on hand for us. One wants to know when it's going to warm up again. Alright, so as far as us warming up, I'll show you guys something. Let me pull this up. So let's go to our temperatures. We're going to go to max temperatures. So we're going to go to what the warmest temperature will be within a 6-hour window. And I will show this to you guys. So I'm going to grab the camera and bring it around again. We're going to keep this going for another 4 minutes till 9:15. Then I have to go do radio. So you guys can send in your questions. Tim asking, when is the cold going to end? The cold will be ending never. Alright, so let me pull this around. This has, and I want to grab the low temperatures too, because I think those would be pretty interesting. Alright, so I'm going to flip this around real quick. You guys can come around back here. Behind the other side, this is what I'm looking at. So you can see here. So these are the maximum temperatures. So this is showing maybe us getting to like 47 degrees on the 11th of March. Whoops. Then we get cold again. That's the high temperature, 25. That's out on the 14th. Maybe getting up to 50 degrees by the 16th of March. But look at these low temperatures. Oh, look at that. A low of like 10. When was that? Low of 10, that was on the 14th of March. So yeah, we're looking at some cold air pushing its way in. Look at this earlier this week. It'll definitely be colder this week than later. Look at that. Look at that. That is Tuesday morning. Low temperatures down near 0, if not some places below 0. It's going to be a cold morning on Tuesday for sure. And if we fall below 0, it will be one of the few times that we have seen below 0 temperatures this late into the year. All right. My mom messaged me through my sister saying that I would be a good teacher. Gotta love moms. All right, so I cannot see this live chat coming up. I don't know what happened to it. Can't see the poll either. I tried posting the poll and it stopped. If I stop this recording, then it's going to be done and over with. Let me try pulling up the chat real quick to see if I can see what you guys are posting if I go through the other medium real quick. I want to see what's going on in the chat, the social stream. Loading it up, the poll. It never went through. That will be my question for next time then. Do you guys think you're excited if the summer will be a hot summer or a cool summer? I don't see any other new questions coming in. So again, thanks for everyone stopping by. Really appreciated it. And we'll have this going on again, same time, same place tomorrow at 8:30. So again, thanks for everyone stopping by tonight. Really appreciate everyone that came by, asked the questions, and we'll have this up and going tomorrow night again. So thanks for stopping by. See you guys later.